Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm having a Princess Leia moment. Do you remember the scene where, and I'm forgetting which movie it was in, but Princess Leia sends a message through C-3PO to Obi-Wan Kenobi where she says, "Help me, Obi-Wan, you're my last hope." Well, that's how I feel about these beneficial nematodes here. Help me, beneficial nematodes, you are my last hope. I've been wanting, for years, I have wanted this arbor to be covered in beautiful pink roses, and I've never had that because I have rose thrips. In addition to a number of other issues with these roses specifically, they had rose canker, there's all kinds of things going on. So I dug those roses up the other day. I decided I was finally over it, but I also want to put roses back in here. So I guess we'll see what happens with that. But my first step, and we'll get into the rose planting later and which varieties I picked. They're coming in a couple days. So I wanted to get my beneficial nematodes down before they arrive so I can start treating the soil. I ordered them from Arbor Organics. It's a product called NemAttack. And I'm going to butcher this name, so I'm going to put it down here so you can actually see what variety I got. It's called Steiner Nema Feltiae. Steiner Nema Feltiae. I don't know, but that's the specific variety of beneficial nematodes that I got. The best time to apply them is in the morning or in the evening, so I'm doing it this morning. I wet the soil first. You don't want to drop these down until the soil's at least 42 degrees, so I'm well above that. The helpful thing about thrips, if thrips can be helpful in any way, helpful to the gardener at least, is that they stay localized. They're not travelers. So I am going to apply my thrip solution to this entire area beneath the arbor in the grass, all the way around. And then I'll have to reapply it every 7 to 10 days. So I'm expecting to probably have to do a few more applications, which is totally fine if it solves my problem. And I am going to put roses on here, although a different variety. And we'll get into that in a moment. But first, let's get after the thrips and hopefully start getting this issue under control, because I am determined to have an arbor dripping with roses. Fingers crossed, let's hope this does something. So now all that's left to do is wait for those roses. They'll be here in 2 more days. 2 more days. So I will show you those when they get here. Stay tuned. The roses came. I ordered 2 climbing roses from Heirloom Roses, and I'm racing against time here. We've got really wet weather coming, so I'm going to get these planted as quickly as possible. But I want to tell you about what I chose and why I chose it. So this is a variety called Rise Up Lilac Days. It's from the Proven Winners line, and it's actually the 2026 Rose of the Year. And I thought it would be perfect for this spot because my feeling is if this can't make it here, nothing's going to make it. And this is probably my last attempt at growing roses on this arbor. So it's considered a mini climber, so it gets to be about 5 to 8 feet tall, 2 to 4 feet wide. It's hardy in zones 4 to 9. This is a northern exposure, and it really gets pummeled by the north wind here. So that hardiness is going to keep it, hopefully help it overwinter really well. And what also helps that is the fact that it's an own root rose, so I don't have to worry about a graft union. It should be pretty cold hardy. Very pollinator friendly, extremely fragrant, and continuous bloom. So checks all the boxes for me. And what's also nice is the bloom shape. So previously I had a cabbage rose on here that was really densely packed, and it was beautiful, but it was the type of condition gave it the thrips a lot of cover. Plenty of room to hide out in. This is a more open shape. I really like more open roses, so it's a looser growth habit, not going to provide the cover that the thrips enjoy. I feel like this is probably going to be the perfect rose for this spot. So I got 2, and I'm going to plant 1 on each side. And if you order from Heirloom, I'm not paid to tell you this, I just chose Heirloom, I like their product, but when they ship their roses, they're almost completely defoliated. Mostly they are defoliated actually. So that's how they come, and they come in a little box, and they're wrapped up nice and tidy. And I'm just going to take the wrapping off of it and drop these in the hole. When I'm planting roses, I like to add compost to the hole, add a little mycorrhizae to the roots of my plants for most shrubs that I plant, just to encourage better root development so it settles in quicker, and then keep them watered. And I have high hopes for this, so let's get after planting it. The other cool thing I forgot to mention about this rose, and one of the reasons I chose it, is the fact that it's nearly thornless. And that's really important because this arbor connects our yard to our neighbor's yard, and they have 3 little boys, so they're constantly running through. So I would hate for anybody to get stuck by prickles or fall into it, so that makes this an even better choice. So I just go and loosen up the roots a little bit, get it ready to go. And just take a handful of the mycorrhizae. I like to use a product by True Organic, throw a little bit in the soil, in the hole, and then on the planting ball, just so it encourages really good root development. And I don't have to worry about a graft union, because there is no graft union, so I don't have to plant it too deep. I just plant it at the level that it was growing in the pot. Oh, found a grub. If I had chickens, I'd feed them to the chickens, but I don't, so. And last but not least, the pine straw mulch. Starting to rain. Here comes the rain. Now let's assume I've done everything right. Picked the right plant for the right place, the right rose, and I did the beneficial. Nematodes, probably gonna have to do 1, possibly 2 more applications of that. The recommendation is every 7 to 10 days, depending on how severe the infestation is. And I'm gonna say mine's probably pretty severe. It's starting to rain. This has been going on here for 4 years, and I've never had really happy, big, luscious roses on this because the thrips have just done it in. So hopefully I've done all the right things, and we'll see. I'll update you in a few months, and hopefully in a few years this will be covered. All right, guys, if you like the video, please throw me a thumbs up, subscribe. I'd love to have you along, and hit that little bell so you never miss a post, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.